Okay, quick one, very quick one. Just arrived in the Rakovski Stadium, 5 kilometers in. Very quick one. Let me tell you this, how many times did I say before that I'm using Gemini instead of ChatGPT, and the majority of people who use ChatGPT, they have stake in the game. And the thing is, why do I say this? Well, this morning one testosterone influencer, brighter teeth than I don't know what on this fucking planet, testosterone in his body at 40 years. The thing is, I'm 47, and the thing where I loaded his ChatGPT bullshit prompts, and now he promotes Gemini and other Google products, what I always said, because Google is from the beginning collecting data. Never underestimate this, and that is using a common sense. It's called a brain. Do I have a brain? I'm not saying this. I'm just trying to guide people in their thinking. I said this also yesterday, right? When a young person contacts me or reaches out, he doesn't have to tell me what kind of tools he uses, and I can pretty much calculate his monthly income. I'm not really busy with this, but you know, when people reach me out and I'm coming somewhere, because until last year I actually you know, people could just invite me somewhere and then I would come. Now the boundaries are way much higher, but that person also listens to the classic motivational speakers that also again promote ChatGPT because they have stake in the game. Never underestimate this. I'm always saying this. Do I know all the ins and outs? No. But who is collecting data from the beginning, pretty much from the beginning? Google. So that is just common sense. And I know some people will say, yeah, but they use also APIs and backdoor, and probably they shake hands behind doors. But do you really think that Google gives away all the data that they have, the golden nuggets? No. Anyway, just saying, I thought, here you go. And then I compared it with my own content. I also said, I think a few shorts ago about, you know, I could sit in Malta on a boat back and forward between the islands and drinking cocktails and say, oh, this is what I'm doing for a living, and this is how much work it requires, and you can do the same. But in the meantime, I'm selling you a dumbass course that I need to charge $27 for, otherwise I cannot finance this lifestyle. I saw this morning again some dumbass trader guy. He's gonna teach you all the ins and outs. Of course he will. Of course. He makes billions because he has a solid strategy. Not work structure, just strategy. And the thing is, of course, needs to be recorded in the office with a script, and of course he makes billions. And you know what? He's gonna give it to you in a webinar where you totally understand what to do, and he doesn't charge you $7 or $47 or $49.99. Bullshit. If all those people are making the amounts of money that they say they do, just give it away. I do. I give everything away. I live a life of freedom, doing everything from the phone, and I see a problem in the world. What is the problem? People have the phone, a high-tech device in their hands, and they still live a life of slavery simply because they don't know how. I'm giving people work structures, not strategies that make you think, oh, I also want this. I see him drinking cocktails on a ferry in Malta or whatever. I don't have to be here. I love to be here. This is Sofia, Bulgaria. This is real. Is everything in Sofia, Bulgaria real? For me it is. I love Bulgaria, and I'm also going to settle over here. I spent a lot of 17 years ago I walked for the first time over there. I went also a couple of times away, but it doesn't matter. This is now. We live now. What are you going to do about it? You're gonna buy a course from a dumbass trader who says that he makes millions. Why does he need your $27 or $47 or those automated bot things? Why? Simply, he needs your money. That's where the money is coming from. Not from his trading thing. Yeah, maybe he makes 10 grand a day. Okay, what is his skill? Having some patience, and you know, and trust me, I talk with a lot of traders, so no disrespect to those people, but the thing is, I think communication is pretty much the foundation of feeling or living a fulfilled life. And not only this, you will have way much better relationships, you understand yourself much better. So try to pick up here and there some of the stuff that I'm saying. And you know what, when I talk about, you know, the red flag characteristics of people, it's never to disrespect people. People simply belong in specific categories. They can always switch a little bit, but they always, you know, stick somehow to the old categories. Liars are liars, cheaters are cheaters, and the thing is, that's simply the way it is, and it's not a bad thing. Who am I to say what is bad or good? But for me, I'm keeping those people away from my life. Why? Simply, when you're in the growth game, like I am, then you simply need to keep your circle clean and safe and solid, because we are not dealing with normal people issues and obstacles. We're dealing with things that are going beyond the normality. And sooner or later I will drop them also over here in my vlog. But anyway, who gives a rat's ass for now? The thing is, open your eyes. And I think this morning when I saw this post, and I'm never gonna mention anybody's name to drag them through the mud, but I'm just saying those people belong in a category, and those people, they're gonna tell you how to get out of normality, and they still stuck in their own category of testosterone white teeth. And the thing is, when they stop eating for 48 hours, everything drops away. And if, let's say it like this, and no disrespect to the testosterone people who have the freaking balls, I know those people, but those are also totally different build mentally. The thing is, they would chase somebody into the Vitija mountain over here and still, you know, beat somebody up. Those testosterone, you know, with and that everything is pumped up, and I don't know what, you know, the brightest teeth that you can buy for a couple of grand in Turkey, and then you're all this and done. No, that is all fun, but it's just like people who running around in suits and lick every day ass, and then also for a couple of bucks, who are you selling your soul to? And then in the meantime they also talk about being religious, and in the meantime they're living a non-authentic life. Where is the balance over there? Do you want something like this? I don't think so. I know a lot of people with suits, they have some sort of income. The thing is, you know, and I know from their wives, I know from a few of them, they don't really mind to piss it a little bit next to the boat. Anyway, not getting into this. And if you're one of those people who now all of a sudden starts getting a little bit suspicious by what I said now, good, get out and just put in the work. My vlogs and my live streams are real raw, and the thing is, I'm just saying what I got on my mind. And not only this, again, about this, you know, testosterone guy. I think he's 42 years old, I'm 47, and trust me, my energy level is way much higher, and I am running on a Balkan diet that includes beer, people, beer. Yeah, but you cannot drink alcohol if you want to be massive. I don't want to be massive. The thing is, I want to be over here insanely energized and on top of the game. And if necessary, I chase somebody for 10 kilometers into the mountain and still get the job done. Is this all about violence? No, that's not what I'm saying. The thing is, if you walk around with a beer belly and everything is good, and you watch the latest Netflix series, good for you. But I don't believe that you can really satisfy anybody between the sheets. And not only this, protect your children. Yeah, of course, you can quickly call the police or whatever. But trust me, there are moments in life you shouldn't call the police. That's at least what I think. I'm an old school guy. I'm just 47. I am 47. I live the colorful life. And the thing is, I got old school thinking. I don't give a rat's ass about what people would think about me, because the harder they think, the less they do. Because, you know, you have too much time to overthink. You have to think how to do this. how to bash this guy in his face, how can I crush him. You got too much time. Luxury, luxury. You got too much time, nothing going on. That's why things are very quickly hyped up, like those strategies. Oh yeah, that is something that I want. Get into trading. Trust me, that requires a mindset, costs a lot of upfront money. And not only this, I am talking with people who own some of those platforms, and I'm gonna tell which country and blah blah blah. The thing is, I know, and the thing is, why? And the people who are doing very well, they're doing this for years, and it requires simple rinse and repeat, like everything in life. Pins to the boredom. Day pins to the boredom. Yes, you can become a trader and maybe do a couple of hundred a day. So what? What kind of skill are you developing? Just getting very nervous about your wallet going in and out? Or you try to learn some skills that actually, you know, provide some more value to the world. And not only this, when you look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day, you don't look at only your wallet, but also you did something good. You have to deserve your time on this planet. At least that's what I believe. And again, what I believe, I'm just a 47-year-old fart who just puts in the work and is obsessed for many decades. And anyways, I have to go keep on running, or continue running. 5 point something in. It's rainy, not windy, so it is actually perfect, but I need to stay warm, and I do this through running. And when it's about staying warm, in case you're homeless, you know, I ended up once homeless, so I did for 6 or 7 hours, sometimes in the middle of the night, calisthenics, not in Bulgaria, to stay warm. And then divide, stay warm, stay warm. Think about the next day, where can I get water, where can I score some cookies. At one point I figured out where I can get some cookies. So been there, done that. Am I ashamed of it? No, I'm just taking care of business. The thing is, was it a fun time? No, not at all. Did I lose a lot of weight? Yes, but who gives a rat's ass? It builds character. My vlogs are all about character building. Oh, mamma mia, up again. Here we go, Rakovski Stadium, Sofia, Bulgaria. We're going to the main road to do a little bit more running, maybe an extra 15 or 10 kilometers. I think 10, not 15. I'm just on Sunday slaughter day, we do calisthenics. I'm not going to do calisthenics over here. I'm going to run to first Hippodroma, and then I don't know if I pronounced that word very well, and then I go to, I think, West Park, and then run to Lulin, Sofia, Bulgaria. There was also some bullshit vlogger, I think it was German, comes for 1 week to Bulgaria and then labels something, oh, this is the most dangerous neighborhood in Bulgaria, or whatever what he said. It's not true. Don't believe everything. Don't believe everything. I take a couple of bottles of beer and lay down in the park over there in the most dangerous neighborhood of Sofia, Bulgaria. I think that is also very disrespectful to the country. You know, okay, let me fly over there without knowing anybody. Yeah, but I know one insider, and he says also that's very dangerous. Well, look at his lifestyle. Look at what he's doing for a living. You grab a guy with some balls, or you got a guy who has a 9-to-5 job and says, yeah, this is a very shitty neighborhood. Yeah, of course it's a city neighborhood when he doesn't have human skills. That's why he hides behind his normal job. No, Della, but that sounds very disrespectful. No, I think it's more disrespectful when you come to a country for only a week and say, this neighborhood looks very shady, without actually spending time over there. And with time, it's not, I don't mean 1 hour just walking around and say, oh, that looks shady, oh, that looks shady, he looks shady, she looks shady, everybody looks shady. No, it's not how it works, at least in my opinion. If you want to know what country, you got to live over there. You're not coming over there to visit and just saying how bad everything is. The thing is, I lived in multiple countries, and the thing is, I'm not going to say anything bad about Malta, but what I say about Malta is simply this. comfort is a character killer. And of course I got great contacts, a few great contacts in Malta. In general they're older, only one that is I think he's 8 years younger than me, but the thing is the old school, they understand a little bit more than the average person that life is not all about fun and comfort and sunshine and blue lagoons and blue water and fishes and snorkeling with the dolphins. Who gives a rat's ass? I know a lot of people do, because if I would swimming with the dolphins, open a bottle of champagne next to it and say, this is the life, now you also have to do this trading or this program that I provide you. No, because I actually looked at one of my older vlogs because I want to cut up some clips. The thing is, I speak the same, and this testosterone guy, what I talked about this specific live stream earlier about, he is not saying the same. He is changing. It means he goes with the trends. It means he is not settled over here yet, and he tries to pull people into his not settled mindset. Think about what I'm saying over here. The thing is, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm telling the young people who are in general already goosey-moosey and never been hit properly in the face, or they crawl over each other like a box of hamsters. But the thing is, come on, think, use your brain. If you want something else, then the majority of people, then you have to put in the work, especially in the beginning. Or you become so obsessed you do this on a daily basis, but that's not necessary. First of all, you need to think about how to give your master, your slave master, the middle finger, you know, and say bye-bye, I'm gonna take care of myself now and deep dive into the world. And I just have to keep my eyes open, because I know now when I get more freedom and more money and all the things that come with it, temptations and leeches and all kind of vultures, all kind of opportunities that are shiny objects, all that kind of stuff. Been that, done that, fell for it, learned from it, and now I'm sharing it with you. Bam! I never speak from something like a book. Books also change, because at one point they need to be replaced because then it's not relevant anymore. Or like again, like this testosterone guy, he always talks about, take these prompts, comment on my post and I will send you. Of course he uses ManyChat, you know, he's not sending you anything, it's all automated. No disrespect to this, but you know, give at least proper information to people when you actually use your bait as just a lure thing to people to buy your bullshit, how to get other people in shape for 47.7, I don't know what, per month. And I know also people who start doing this, well, if you look at their legs, and there's no disrespect, there's not a single muscle in the legs, and when they actually walk next to their girlfriends, the girlfriends have bigger and stronger legs, not to mention other parts of their body. But anyway, besides that, try to think before you act, and don't overthink, and just act. Fail, don't give a shit about what other people say when you fail. Oh, little Timmy failed, oh what a fool. You know what, I failed so many times, people get sick of it, and at one point they don't even pay attention anymore. Nobody gives a rat's ass. Everybody thinks about what I'm gonna do the next hour. Am I gonna scroll a little bit, swipe a little bit, or shall I go to the bar, hang around with my friends? Or shall I invite some friends so they can empty my fridge? Think about it, think about your actions, your habits, and then move, get up and do it every single day. Trust me, this morning when I was actually contemplating, piling up all my excuses, you know, why I should not train. I don't know if the microphone is working, but I just keep on rattling. I'm in the mood. I'm always in the mood. I'm always in the mood for living. I'm always in the mood for another day of living. You know what? Also, I'm telling this to all the depressed people, and I'm always saying this. I always do a little disclaimer in it. I spend time with people who are really depressed, and they do everything to hide it. The people who say, yeah, but Alan, I'm depressed. You're not. you're just looking for attention, and you don't get it from me. Anyway, you can be cured. You know, the same with those people who are so-called hyperactive. I say run 25 kilometers a day. Yeah, but Alan, I'm still very hyperactive. Run 50 kilometers a day, solved. Yeah, but then I get tired. Oh, that's what you want, right? That's what you need. You need sleep. You're either hyperactive or not so much anymore. The thing is also the same with depression. Self-proclaimed depression, because the batteries of your remote control are empty. The thing is, just run or walk. Yeah, but Donna, that's boring. Yeah, what the hell? Just do it. Life is not one big movie blockbuster or blockbuster movie, or one short 1 minute trailer where you can all see the highlights non-stop. Bam bam. It's 18 hours a day, at least in my case. Just go perform, make people a little bit happy. Yeah, but Donna, now you speak a little bit and I don't feel very good anymore. Oh, good. So, but then you swipe away and you give me a thumbs down or something negative. The thing is, the people who need some confirmation, and also maybe at the point of losing everything in their life, I always say, just contact me. If you're really at the point of losing everything in life, been there, done that, there's a couple of things that you definitely should not do. I'm not gonna mention those things, but the thing is, I can help people, and I'm not charging bullshit stuff. You get on your feet, and maybe along the way you get back on your feet all the way, and you maybe reach out and you send me, hey, that was nice, thank you. More than enough for me. I don't need your $27 bullshit. Anyway, I'm getting cold. We have to put in the work. Maybe I put on a live stream on a place where I'm gonna train a little bit longer. My legs are getting a little bit stiffy. No, that's not the right word, I think. Anyway, over here, Boulevard, Bulgaria. Let's use a bait title: the most dangerous boulevard in Sofia, Bulgaria. I'm telling those people, those fucked up vloggers who come to Bulgaria and say, oh no, I'm gonna spend 1 week over here in this neighborhood and I'm gonna label this the most shady neighborhood, or all that normal people bullshit. And I know a lot of people would fall for it, but you know what? Those audiences are worth nothing. Yeah, okay, you can get monetized by Google's ad stuff, because it you know, fits the pathetic people profile. The thing is, that's good, but if I would depend on Google's I cannot enter yet because I don't have enough subscribers. Yeah, but all that because you talk like this. Yeah, but I'm not gonna change for that, because if I would change the way I speak, or the intentions that I have, because I need money from the ads revenue program, guess what I'm doing? I'm telling people how to do stuff, and then in the meantime I dance according to somebody else's rhythm. No. Yeah, but Alan, what if they cancel you? Well, if that's gonna happen, then so be it. Then I get cancelled for speaking the truth and reality. Well, at least when I step into my coffin or whatever, maybe I get hit by I don't know what, how I would die. Maybe because of a Sunday slaughter day, or maybe I speak. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. But anyway, I will never deliver my authenticity, and also not the way I speak. It probably only get worse, so buckle up. But anyway, also when it's about the work structures, they are not easy, but they can be executed by a 12-year-old, because I narrowed it down. It chewed it down, because I'm doing this every single day, over and over and over and over and over. Improve, 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 improve. That's how I can deliver work structures that are evergreen, uncapped, and actually pulls the best out of people. Because not only you will do things that you would like, you will also have some sort of function on the planet for other people. And please don't start selling $27 courses. Anyway, again, let's make a little bit of clickbaity thing. I just left the most dangerous boulevard in Sofia, Bulgaria. I was very scared, and it was very scary, and now I'm gonna run away, and tomorrow I will come back, and again till I get over my fear. Anyway, come on, easy work. This is easy work. It's rainy, but it's not windy, and the temperature is good. It gets too easy. I have to go to colder places. No, when it's about coldness and everything, it's good. But like I always say, I'm always happy that I kept on running, kept on training, because otherwise I would walk around now in this beautiful weather, then I wouldn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. Now I do. Anyway, I'm not bragging over here. I'm just trying to put some, maybe spark one or two souls on this planet. They think, no, he has a point. Maybe I should get up. Or, hey, I actually do want to give my master the middle finger. Or actually, I'm so fed up with my spouse, but first I need to get a shave. Do it. Just do what you want. It's your life.